First, it was not in the NEP. I think it was considered after the series of typhoons, calamities, and the drop in palay prices. There are some concerns, however, in terms of the implementation. For example, sa RCEP of 2025, up until today, of the 13 billion that was supposed to be released, including for our rice farmers, 6 billion for cash assistance. The entire 13 billion has yet to be released. And of the 13 billion, machinery, seedlings, etc., 6 billion is cash assistance. Hindi pa na ibibigay. The other is the 2024 releases for cash assistance. The COA has found that about 58,000 recipients of the assistance should not have received the amount. And that's a total of about 293 million pesos worth of assistance that went to non-farmers or non-qualified farmers and the like.
So, ang aming pong proposal, ang aming panukala ay itong 10 billion pesos po na ito ay hahatiin po sa 7,000 pesos bawat benepisyaryo. At ito po ay, ang represent po nito ay 1.3 million farmers na pwede po nating matulungan sa taong 2026. Kaya umaapela po muli ang aming delegasyon mula sa Kongreso na sana po matulungan po kami ng aming mga kasamahan sa Senado na sa pinal po na version ng ating budget ay maipasok po yung 10 billion pesos para sa presidential assistance for farmers and fisherfolk.
First, it was not in the NEP. I think it was considered after the series of typhoons, calamities, and the drop in palay prices, which happened after the NEP was prepared. No, so our concern there was how do we secure, where do we source the money? But having said that, my initial inclination really was to endorse it precisely because talagang hirap na hirap yung ating mga farmers and lalo na sa palay prices, no, bagsak na bagsak talaga, luging-lugi. There are some concerns, however, in terms of the implementation. For example, sa RCEP of 2025, up until today, of the 13 billion that was supposed to be released, including for our rice farmers, 6 billion for cash assistance. The entire 13 billion has yet to be released. And of the 13 billion, machinery, seedlings, etc., 6 billion is cash assistance. Hindi pa na ibibigay. So, how do we now reconcile giving them an additional 10 billion for 2026? We have not yet been able to give them the 6 billion for 2025. So that's one concern that we were raising. No? The other is the 2024 releases of cash assistance. The COA has found that about 58,000 recipients of the assistance should not have received the amount. And that's a total of about 293 million pesos worth of assistance that went to non-farmers or non-qualified farmers and the like. So these are some of the concerns that we were contemplating with respect to this particular, budgetary appropriations.
If I may respond po, with regard to the 6 billion mentioned in the RCEP, I was one of the principal authors of the amendment to the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund. And, I believe that the 6 billion is tagged under the RFFA, which is the Rice Farmers Financial Assistance. And I think one of the chokehold points there would be the recognition of the funding source. Kasi po ang source po nito would be the tariff revenues. And yun po yung isa sa mga naging problema. Nagkaroon po ng late recognition, late reporting from the part of the BOC. Kaya nagkakaroon po ng delays. Kasi hindi po natin nakikita kung ano yung excess tariff revenues. And yun din po yung isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit in general, since RCEF was implemented in 2019, mabagal po yung disbursement. And I believe with the amendments that were introduced was it December of 2024 when it was signed? Hopefully po maayos na po yun. But I believe it's tagged, it's linked to the funding source in the case of RCEF kasi it's a SAGF po. That's why it might be that. So it's not really the disbursement, it's the source of fund.
Meron mang nagkamali doon, meron mang finding ang COA. Let's institute na lang more safeguards para wag naman natin tipirin yung ayuda sa fisher folk at sa farmer natin. Yun lang ang pakiusap dahil kung makita mo yung minention ni Senator Kiko na nawalaan tayo dahil hindi mayroong mga nagpapanggap na farmers at saka fisher folks, but sa next cycle siguro mas mabuti, mas mababa na yan. Kaya tuloy na lang po natin ito.
These are the kinds of immediate assistance that the Office of the President can already give when there is a calamity, when there is a typhoon, there are earthquakes, and so which affects farmers and fisher folks.
Ang pangalan nito, Presidential Assistance to Farmers and Fisher Folk. Kung tunay nga na prioridad ito ng administrasyon at presidential assistance pa ang pamagat nito, bakit hindi sinama sa NEP, which is otherwise known as the President's budget?
Because of the impact of the drop in palay prices and then the series of typhoons, calamities, floods that happened after the NEP was submitted. My understanding is Malacanang felt the need to allocate this additional budgetary support.
Bottom line, we don't have funds for this because it is not number one in the NEP. Pangalawa po, saan ho natin huhugutin to? Saan tayo magbabaklas? Ilalagay natin dito. Pero may mga options po tayo kasi when I was with the DSWD, may mga programs po ang DSWD dito. Yung Kalahi Seeds for One. Nandyan din po yung Sustainable Livelihood Program para sa mga kooperatiba. Nandyan din po yung AIX, pag may mga bagyo, they continue to do this. So may options actually, may alternatibo na po pwedeng pumasok, tumulong ang DSWD through doon sa Kalahi Seeds nila. It's a community-based program to alleviate poverty in that community. Number two, yung Sustainable Livelihood Program. Usually, ang ginagawa dito ng DSWD, cooperative, encouraging mga fisher folks, mga farmers, to create a cooperative or to build their own cooperative, then lalagyan ng pondo yung kooperatiba na yun. Number three, yung AIX nga na 5,000 ay binibigay usually sa mga calamity areas, yung mga tinamaan ng kalamidad ng mga kababayan natin. So, there are options. Itong three options na ito.
First, my observation, there seems to be a problem with the efficiency of DA in identifying and delivering the needed funds to these farmers. Clearly, the fact that the chairperson said she had a lengthy explanation on the availability of the fund, and then in terms of the questions on who is receiving those funds. Now, Senator Tulfo had already mentioned that DSWD has similar programs. So, my humble recommendation is that we consider giving that fund to DSWD, because as it is, DSWD has their own share of problems in the efficient delivery. But mas natuto na sila, mas nahasa na sila, mas tinitingnan natin sila. Kumbaga, mas mahirap magkaroon ng kalokohan doon, in my humble opinion. Kung hindi sanay si DA sa ganito, then we open a whole Pandora's box with this new agency delivering funds that they do not, I'm not aware, but do they have the expertise in doing this? Because DSWD has the expertise. On that note, the LSLP that His Honor mentioned is 4.5 billion under the NEP, and the House recommended this to be 5.13 under the GAB, and the Senate supported this. So pwede natin dagdagan yon. It's just an option because mahirap sa atin na nakakarinig tayo ng pera na pinaghirapan natin hanapin para makarating sa mga kababayan, tapos hindi nakakarating, nakakaltasan. Ang sakit eh. So kung mabibigay natin to sa isang ahensya na mas maaasahan natin, that might be an option. So that's all really that I'm recommending that the body considers, because I want to support the farmers and fisher folks. Medyo parang afterthought naman kasi, dahil taon-taon naman tayo binabagyo. Taon-taon naman na merong another crop na nagkakaroon ng mafia na hindi na maganda ang presyo ng farmers natin. So ba't pa tayo nagulat? Ba't pa hindi pa nasama to sa NEP? So yun lang naman ang mga considerations natin at this point. But I fully support kahit more than 10 billion, maghanap tayo ng pondo, but let's lodge it in an agency that can deliver this properly.
There is something called the Registry System for Basic Sectors in Agriculture, the RSBSA, and the Rice Farmers Registry System, which is very comprehensive. Kung minsan hindi na-update, pero ganun pa rin, siya yung foundational database for government agricultural assistance, cash grants, crop insurance, subsidized rice, and mechanization. So kung tutuusin, para sa akin, mas maayos pa nga yung listahan na yan kesa yung mga ginagamit natin sa AKAP at AIX.
But I cannot just not consider that 58,000 wrong recipients is okay. It is not okay because that 58,000 could have, I'd rather na nadoble dun sa mga fisher folk and farmers sa Cagayan de Oro, madoble na lang kesa maling recipient, di ba? Kasi sayang din yung nilalagay natin dun sa ibang assistance kung sa ibang programa, mali-mali din ang pag-deliver. So it's just that. It's just a level of frustration that, you know, we work so hard to find the right funding and then it doesn't go to the recipients. Thank you.
Madam Chair, you did indicate that you had identified a funding source. Can you share it with us?
I will be able to give it, these will be derived, actually po, lahat po kasi yon. So I will be able to disaggregate it from 10 billion. It might be a little bit difficult to lay out all of it, but most definitely I can
Happy
assure.
to wait, but so far wala pa tayong binabawasan, puros dagdag po.
There's the 4 billion under the NFA as proposed in the GAB. That's a
Yung
huge source.
DepEd 29.
Not DepEd, definitely.
Hindi, may
NFA po.
bawas na yung DepEd sa version natin, di ba?
But that's definitely not going to be the source
sige.
for the 10 billion. It's the 4.5 billion in the NFA. Kasi po we placed that initially in the HGAB. However, given that there's no enabling law to facilitate that, that can be a big source.
For one is, I see the flood control
Yes.
projects. That's definitely the source.
So with that, I reiterate my motion to include the 10 billion pesos for the presidential assistance to farmers and fisher folk in the final BICAM report.
If that is the case, Mr. Chair, then I move to approve, to be included, the presidential assistance to farmers and fisher folks.
Thank you, Senator
Second.
Irwin, and duly seconded by our colleagues. Thank you, Senator Kiko. In fairness to Senator Kiko, he studied this very carefully and recommended it to the committee. So the motion is approved.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Madam Chair.
much to our colleagues in the Senate and to Senator Kiko Pangilinan for helping us as well craft this particular program.